count. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Campbell Now TV, the #1 video news source on campus. I'm Joshua Davis. The Fighting Camels football team pulled out another close one this weekend, and we'll have more on that in a moment. But first, the impeachment inquiry continues on Capitol Hill. This afternoon, the president's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, was subpoenaed by House Democrats to furnish documents for the investigation. The inquiry began after a phone conversation between President Trump and the new president of Ukraine last June. Trump has said the conversation was perfect, but others have said the conversation showed that Trump was using his office to solicit another leader for dirt on a political rival. Here in North Carolina, with the rising tides, the Cape Fear River is starting to flood and overflow more and more often into Battleship Park. However, a grant given to the battleship has propelled it ever closer to being able to defend itself from the intrusive waters. The NC Clean Water Management Trust Fund granted $400,000 to the battleship. The fund was established by the NC General Assembly with the explicit use of protecting our natural resources. The grant will be added to the Living with Water project, which is a plan to protect the ship and the park from flooding. The Wake County Sheriff's Department says a 71-year-old woman did not survive a fire that started in her home early Sunday morning. The woman was bedridden and was being visited by her son when the fire started. Her son had gone outside for a moment and then noticed a smell of smoke. He ran over to his mother's neighbors and dialed 911. After he ended the call, he ran back to the house, but due to the heavy smoke, he had to wait until emergency personnel showed up. At this moment, the Wake County Sheriff's Office and the City Bureau of Identification are investigating the cause of the fire. A former Buncombe County official was ordered to start her 7-year sentence yesterday afternoon. Judge Robert Conrad sentenced Wanda Green yesterday for the crimes of fraud and bribery dating back to 2007. Prosecutors have also charged 3 other former officials with accepting gifts for awarding contracts to a Georgia engineering firm. And Henderson police are investigating the apparent murder of a man over the weekend. Officers say 36-year-old Stoney Leon Johnson surrendered to police. He's been charged with killing his roommate, Joseph Roseborough. He's being held without bond in Vance County Jail, and Roseborough was found Monday in his home. There are no further details as of yet. We'll be back with more after this.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps.
Did Pete saying mean things bother ya?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
More than 160 dolphins have been found dead on the West African island of Boa Vista, and experts aren't sure how this happened. Volunteers helped bring the mammals back to sea, but found that many could not be revived. Officials still say there's no explanation for all these dolphins, but are working on finding the cause. A 16-year-old boy from Ohio is being praised after lifting his neighbor's Volkswagen off the ground after he found his neighbor pinned underneath. On Sunday, Zach Clark heard screams coming from across the street, and when he looked to see what it was, he saw his 39-year-old neighbor trapped. He ran over, and with the help of his mom and the man's wife, they were able to get him out from under the car into the hospital. It was crazy, stated the 16-year-old, and now people in his hometown are calling him a hero. After this break, we'll be back on campus with a look at Campbell News.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt,
Such a weirdo.
excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Coach Mike Minter and the Fighting Camels fight off yet another close game, this time against the Mercer Bears. The Camels defense broke a school record with 3 interceptions in a single game. The Bears and the Camels went tit for tat until Campbell pulled away with the win 34-27. The Camels enter week 5 of the regular season 3-1 with hopes of adding to the win column as they face Presbyterian October 5th at 1 p.m. at Barker Lane Stadium. On October 10th, Campbell's Campus Activities Board is bringing the annual Bark for Life event. From 6 to 7:30 p.m., students can take a study break and come attend the event in Sailor Park. This fun-loving event is funded by the American Cancer Society to honor the contributions that our furry four-legged friends offer to cancer survivors. Come on out and release some stress and play with these sweet animals. This Wednesday, the CU Interprofessional Education and CPHS Office of Student Affairs will be holding a special event from 11 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon. This particular event is primarily for helping students to build their resumes and find great connections with volunteer opportunities in the area. Alumni as well as staff will also be part of this event. The event will be held in the Leon Levine Hall of Medical Sciences. And to end off the night, Marvel and Sony have finally come back together on the Spider-Man split that left Marvel fans around the world lamenting the fate of the beloved web-slinger. According to Variety, it appears that Sony and Disney are operating under the same terms as before. The next Spider-Man movie is slated to come out July 16th, 2021. And thank you again for joining us tonight on Campbell Now TV. I'm Joshua Davis. We'll have college sports tomorrow as well as more news Wednesday evening. We'll see you later, Camels.